Right, I think we're there. How's that sound? That was a good start, wasn't it? Right, let's get into it. Yep, the Thargoids have been infiltrating my computer system by the looks of it, causing all sorts of problems. The typing sounds better. Oh, no. We're losing signal now. Oh no, we're back, I think. I hope. Oh dear, this is all going wrong today, isn't it? Wow, we're not off to a good start. Can you hear voice still? Yeah, Kingdom Come's a massive game. I'm actually using Elgato Capture at the moment. I'm playing this on PlayStation 4, but it might be easier just to stream directly from the PlayStation, I guess. This is just not working at all, is it? Hold on, let's try something else. Let's try restarting the device. Already did a reset, Angel. Thanks for the suggestion though, but... Oh, we got something now, but it's oversized. Let's see if we can fix that. Alright, let's hope it don't drop off again this time. What a nightmare. I guess someone doesn't want me to stream Kingdom Come. Could blame those pesky Thargoids. Right, how's that now? Hopefully that's all good. We get there at last. Yay. At last. Any of you in chat actually played Kingdom Come yet? At all? Yeah, I've been playing it since it came out. Actually, backed this on Kickstarter back in 2014, I think it was, wasn't it, when it first went up on there? Like I said, this is a PlayStation version. Oh, we just trod in some horse poop. Oh, we got bare feet. Bare feet in the horse poop. Yeah, I'd like to know where my clothes have gone. Last night was playing this and it was probably one of the most funniest scenes I've ever seen in the game. I actually went out with this guy over here, want some information from him, and he refused to give it to me. He said, meet me at the tavern down the road. So I met him at the tavern down the road, which is just over there, and we proceeded to get drunk together. I think it's so terribly drunk. They cause all sorts of disruption through the town and end up in the last scene going through the fields pretending to be sheep. But now I've woken up and the guy's got no clothes. Yeah, that's it.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
The video's lagging. Is it lagging for anyone else at all? Maybe his clothes are in his... I don't know, let's put these on. They don't look like the same ones I was wearing earlier. He's lost his gloves. We got our bow, a few arrows, not many, and a sword, and we're good to go. Although we probably should have washed our feet first after treading barefooted in there. He is, isn't he, Hippo? Oh, the good one's awesome. 20 hours or so, Hugh. Yep, it's probably around about where I am, 24, 25 hours, I think. You want the mic up a bit? How's that? Bit better? I don't want it too loud, so I start clipping. Let's just sort the chat out there so I can see what's going on. Well, it's kind of like Witcher 3, Robert, but less fantasy. In fact, it's not fantasy at all. It's completely historical. Oh, a bit down now. Okay. I think what's going on with the audio is that I'm capturing this from the PlayStation rather than streaming directly from the PlayStation, and capturing the mic through the PC, so I might have set something up a little bit incorrectly. Anyway, the guy's a bit tired, no wonder. He got totally sloshed last night and is a bit hungry, so we're going to go in here and get some food, and then we're going to carry on with our little quest. Oh no, we can't go in
to get something to eat. I'm starting to get
in the
hungry.
tavern yet. It's all locked up. So what's the time? Why is it locked up? He slept half the day. Hello there, Eric. Alright, I guess we'll, if we can't go into the tavern, we'll either look for somewhere else to eat, or see if I've got anything in the inventory here. No, we've got a rotten apple. We're not going to eat that because it'll end up feeling sick. I wonder what this guy's been up to. I'm sure I did way worse than him last night.
How are you, Henry?
Give the convict a drink. What should we give him? Should we give him some wine?
Good people. Thank you. Thank you 100-fold. You have a good heart.
God be with you, Henry.
I'll have to get
Yeah,
something
wouldn't
to
it be
eat.
good if
Starting to get
Space League
hungry.
did turn out to look like this, eh? So this is basically like a complete survival game for those of you that don't know. Well, not survival in the traditional sense of what's become survival, but more like Oblivion, perhaps, set in medieval times. Remove all the fantasy and then add hunger in and the fact you got to sleep and various things like that, and you pretty much come to Kingdom Come. It's actually set in Europe in 1400. I'm investigating a murder at the moment, so we got a bit sidetracked. Punch the first NPC who looks at you wrong. I could do that, but that sort of thing generally doesn't go down very well. I'm looking for food. This guy's going to need to eat. The trouble is, if you look at the bottom, you can see my health and stamina there. It's actually reduced down. You can see the white block. So the maximum amount of health I've got and maximum amount of stamina I've got is actually a little bit lower than it should be, and that's because the guy needs to eat and he needs to drink. Yeah, medieval Czech Republic, and yeah, everyone does look at you a bit wrong. I'm not going to get over there, am I? I'm playing on console right now, Patrick. This is on the PlayStation 4. And I haven't really encountered any bugs yet. I have tried playing it on... This is on the PlayStation 4 Pro. I've tried playing it just now on the regular PlayStation. And that one does have a bug. the game won't even load up. Tried to go to the continue option and it just says the game's still downloading. So yeah, a bit of a problem there. Right, we're in a private area here, so we're going to nick a bit of their food quickly. Out their food pot. They don't seem too bothered.
Are you deaf?
Are you deaf? Oh, well, it's spoiling a bit of your food. Sorry. Now we're going to need somewhere to find to rest up, and we can get on the way, I think. You have not really had any problems with bugs, so... Right, I'm allowed to come in here. Maybe they've got a bed I can use. Let's sleep there for an hour. Hopefully we'll be all right. Yeah, the bugs seem to be completely inconsistent, Hippo. Like I say, I tried playing on my other PlayStation. This is the one I'm playing on now, it's a family PlayStation. The other one is the one I use for streaming, and the game won't even load on that. A massive bug, stops you playing completely. So, total nuisance. Oh, is he still tired? Nope, he's not still tired, so I don't know why my health isn't going to maximum yet. Maybe it's because he got drunk last night. Could you exist entirely selling bread? Well, if you could find enough bread, then probably. I haven't actually got any bread at the moment. You can see I can sell an apple for 0.1 bits of coin, whatever coin they use. Groschen or something. Groschen. But you can make money in pretty much any way. I made a whole bunch of my initial money just through herbalism, going out and collecting a load of flowers and then selling them to the local trader. I made quite a bit of money that way. This is on the PlayStation 4 Pro, Gary. Yeah, so essentially I just picked up a bunch of flowers like this lot here. Popper, you can just gather a few. Your herbalism skill grows up, so essentially every skill you've got in the game goes up as you use it. Let's go over here. So herbalism, you saw me just picking some flowers. That's now at level 10. I've got some perks I can put into that. But right from the start, this guy is completely and utterly useless at absolutely everything in the game. Now, it weren't 2k from herbs. Got about 500 from herbs. The rest is from doing other things. I haven't come across any hostile animals yet, Teros, but at this point in history I'm not sure if there were still any wolves or bears or whatever left in these forests in Europe. They might have been made extinct. I think they're pretty much extinct now, but there's certainly none in the UK. Yep, I'm a herb dealer, Gary. Especially sell them to the local black market down at the Millers. And you know what you can turn poppies into, don't you? Poppies are a good money maker. Any deadly insects? None like thargoids? I don't think, no. Combine herbs into basic meds. Well, the guy's actually trying to make, Henry is the guy we play, and he's actually trying to make a life from, well, doing his various quests here. He's trying to avenge his, the death of his family. I don't know how many spoilers any of you want, but that's right at the start of the game. So we're essentially gone into service to one of the local nobles, one of the local lords. And in tracking down what was going on there, we found another crime and eventually traced that down to this town. And we've now got to find a guy who knows what's going on. So one of the members in Newhoff, a fellow that goes by the moniker Riki, Should be somewhere in the vicinity of... Now the names here are really all good for me to read, but Ledecto. Unfortunately, that's about all I know I could find out so far. I expect it shouldn't be too hard to catch the scent of Riki. Haha. Although I don't expect it will be a pleasant encounter. So track down another member of the gang. And these people are pretty darn nasty. So we're going to have to go off to another town, I think. Hello there, Marcin. How many hours have I played so far? About 20 or so. Right, so the other town's a fair old way away. I love the hand-drawn maps on here. You get different zoom levels. Very, very medieval looking, including the portraits of the characters. Yeah, south of here, isn't it? Between Rattay or Rattay. I've noticed some of the pronunciations are inconsistent from the NPCs. Morning there, Becca. Oh, yep, over here. Do I want to fast travel there? Now let's have a bit of a look at what the... Is that the right place to go? I'm not sure that's the right town. Newhoff. Let's try that again. In the Glade, that wasn't it, was it? Newhoff. Yeah, that certainly seems the right place. I would expect to see a quest marker there. That was the only thing that gave me pause. Hi there, Jan. Yep, I'm playing on the PlayStation 4. I actually backed this on Kickstarter, and the guys, Warhorse... Oh, sorry, my throat. Let me just get a drink.
Well, after talking to you, I went and had a good look around my own place. And now I'm sorry I did.
Sorry about that. Had a bit of a sore throat past few days, and it doesn't seem to have completely gone. There's 16 square kilometres in terms of the map. Oh, we've lost the signal again. This is going to be a bit of a nuisance, isn't it? Just going to sort that out. I might be better off streaming directly from the PlayStation, like I said earlier. This is just being a bit of a nuisance. Yeah, blame Elgato. I don't know how many other people have used this capture card, but I've had nothing but problems with it since I got it. Looks like I'm going to have to restart it again. Not the stream, but the capture card. Okay, it's just restarting. Yeah, 16 square kilometres, not square, but square kilometres really is a good size. Oh, there we go, we're back. Well, not too bad if it's that quick to restart, but still a nuisance nonetheless. Graphics absolutely love on this. As I was about to say before Elgato rudely interrupted me, I actually backed this on Kickstarter back in 2014, so it's been a long old wait. When I backed it, I didn't expect it to come out on consoles. I actually backed it for the PC version, but Warhorse actually gave us an option for what version we wanted, whether we wanted the PC version or the console version, and I spend a lot of time on the PC both through Capture Elite, making videos, editing, as well as work. I do a lot of work on the PC, so when I relax, I like to relax on the console, so ultimately I decided to choose the PlayStation version for this. Right, I'm going to get down to the pathway there and follow it to the town, but as you can see, the scenery here is absolutely gorgeous. these are the sort of locations I love to spend that time in on holiday. Can you consult with the druids in the game? I think the druids were long gone by this point here. Mounting an assault on the ancient Thargoids. Be fine to see some Thargoids turn up here, wouldn't it? I'd like to see the reaction of the locals. You're finding it quite choppy, Simmons? The performance isn't actually all that brilliant, but it's not too bad on the Pro. I haven't tried it on the regular PlayStation 4 though, as it won't load up. Yeah, probably messed up all these flowers and plants and whatever he was growing there. It's one of the few games I feel that actually captures these sorts of environments accurately. Witcher did quite a good job. Skyrim did look nice, but it did have that fantasy element to it. But this just really does capture the feel of real-world forests and real-world woods. And I know the area they mapped here, this area of the Czechs, does mirror the real area. I think someone on Reddit actually put a photo on there comparing the town Rate to the current version of the town, and the layout's pretty similar, considering there's quite a few hundred years difference between the then and now. So yeah, very historically accurate. Hi there, Darky, how are you doing? Sherwood Forest, yeah, Robin Hood. Now I could have fast travelled actually, but I wanted you to see some of the landscapes here. I love the valleys, I love the hills and the trees, just everything about it in terms of the visuals. The game runs on CryEngine, I believe. Let's have a look at the map again. I don't know if I need to turn back along that other path. Yep, I'm going the wrong way here. Let's turn back. So we come across a camp here. You often find little camps, little tiny villages. These guys are probably charcoal burners. Looks like they've been up to burning. I've lost the path though. Yeah, Devon, Kingdom Come, this sort of game is absolutely my favourite sort of game outside of space games. Oh, you've been playing it quite a while then, Darky. I'm very much enjoying it. Get a bit lost here though. Is that path down there? Yeah. It's an absolute nightmare to navigate around these areas at night. You can very easily get lost. I think Warhorse have done very well with this, not just in terms of the game they develop, but in the terms of sales. If you look on Steam, it's easily in the top 10, I believe, most played games at the moment. So probably done a lot better than they expected it to do. But then again, I think people have been waiting for a game like this for a very long time, and most of the AAA publishers have just never delivered on it. The closest we've had is Witcher, and even that's not really this. Yeah, Stellaris is something I might take a look at later. How's it going with that? Anyone been watching that? I haven't actually tried it out myself yet. Right, let's have a look at the map again. Do you want to go left or right here? Oh, looks like we're nearly there. Looks like you could probably do the main story in 50 hours, Robert, but you could probably put a lot more hours into it if you do all the side quests, I'd say. I'm 26 hours in and I feel like I've barely scratched the game. I've been doing a lot of side quests and a lot of levelling up with various skills and stuff. So I feel like I've got a lot further to go with it. Now this is the PlayStation version, Angel. Right, so we're in the right area, I think. Or if not, we're very close to. Oh no, we're still not there. Okay, let's keep going then through the lovely lodgings area here. Let's get going a bit faster. Now this is the PS4 version, Angel. Yes, available on PC. I think that was the main platform they developed it on. I did originally intend to get the PC version. Then when I backed it back on Kickstarter, the PC version was the one I wanted, but when the rewards come out for delivery of the game, Warhorse said allow players to choose whatever version they want. I could have the PC version, Xbox version, or the PS4 version. I went with the PS4 version because I like to relax on the PlayStation. I do a lot of time working on the PC, and when I want to get away from that, the PlayStation is the place I like to go. And on top of that, the PlayStation version's a fair bit more expensive. It's actually £55 on in the UK, so considering I only backed it for about 20, actually did pretty well getting this. Oh, for sure, PC would undoubtedly look better. And probably have a lot less problems. Not a big fan of the way this saves. For those of you that don't know, you can't save the game when you want unless you've actually got drink. I'll show you in the inventory. You need schnapps here, save your schnapps, and that allows you to save. I've got 3 of them, and you can only save by consuming one of those. And the more you save, the more you get drunk, because it is an alcoholic drink. And if you get too drunk too often, then your charisma will start dropping and people will generally not like you. So saving's a blooming nuisance, and it will only save at key points during the quest as well. So not at any time. You can also save when you sleep, but you can't sleep absolutely anywhere. And yes, there's a mod for it, which is what I was about to say. A lovely save mod, so you can save whenever you want. But unfortunately, I'm on the PlayStation version, so I won't be getting any of those mods. Yeah, get drunk to save. They obviously didn't want you saving too often. There is a patch coming at some point, and they're going to enable a save to quit option, which it doesn't have at the moment. Love the way the wildlife reacts quite naturally. You start moving around and look at the sheep panicking there. Drum range on the horse is not too good. It's about half a light year. It may even be 0.1 light years, and I've lost the path here. Don't really fancy going through the woods. Oh, it looks like there's a pathway. Oh, the dog's barking. Sounds like the postman or someone at the door. Don't know if you heard that. Yeah, got drunk last night in the game. It's one of the funniest scenes I've ever seen. Absolutely hilarious. Not just funniest in this game, but funniest in any game. You get drunk with a priest, and all the stuff that ensues after that is absolutely hilarious. Brilliant stuff. I won't spoil it, but this can't be the way, can it? Dear oh dear. Going through the forest at nightfall, not the best of options. It's going to be pitch black here in a minute. Looks like there's a roadway down there. There's a pathway there. I must have lost the pathway a moment ago. I want to go up there. Yeah, the night is really good. This isn't even full night yet. And I might have turned the gamma up a little bit, to be honest. Let's have a little look at that. Yeah, the gamma is up a little bit. By default, this is where the gamma would be, and it's not even full dark yet. I'm going to turn it back, because otherwise none of you are going to be able to see anything. But it's not even full night time yet, and this is what it looks like. I'm going to turn the gamma back up again. Otherwise, none of you are going to be able to see what's going on. So let's put that up a few levels again. In some of the towns, there's actually bylaws there saying you have... What have I found here then? There's actually some bylaws in the towns saying you have to carry a torch at night, and you've got the chance of getting arrested if you walk around at night without a torch. I wonder what I've come across here. We can't loot this. I've got a shovel, a spade. I'll have that. Don't look like there's anything to dig. So this is one of the reasons I like exploring in the game. You do often come across things you may not expect to see. Totally unexpected find here, and there was a little area I'm going to dig. I'm just catching up with the chat there in case I've missed anything, and then we'll yeah, going off road with pebbles. Yeah, the game's very much worth it, Specky. It's like I say, I'm about 26 hours in, and there's still a lot I've got to uncover, but I'd say it's easily in my top games for the past 15 years or so. Very, very, very good game. Bugs aside, of course, but hopefully they'll get fixed in the next few updates. And I'm even putting up with the lack of save options, which are a bit of a pain. No, I didn't leave any breadcrumbs, so I'll probably get trapped out here. No, you can't engineer your saddle, but you can get improved horseshoes, actually, Mark, which give you different benefits, allow you to run faster and so on. Yeah, it'd be nice to attach some lights to the horse, a torch on him. No cargo scoop in the horse, but you can put cargo into him. You can saddle bags. This one hasn't got any, I don't think. Yeah, definitely need to keep the spade. Yeah, get caught for loitering. May actually be a real crime in the towns, actually. I was actually playing the first probably half hour of the game and running around his hometown. And I will say a bit about that because it's very early and so I don't spoil it too much. And at one point the guy gets caught up with his buddies, and you have to end up throwing some horse poop at someone's house they don't like. You got a choice of whether to do it or not. I went and did it, and you have to run away from the guards. I ended up getting caught, and you get put in prison, and then the town comes under attack and you burn and die because you're trapped in prison while the town burns. So sort of like a quarter of an hour into the game, half hour into the game, and you get this game over screen. So it's very much like that all the way through. So let's see what's here anyway. Let's hopefully there's some goodies in here. I love the digging as well, slowly uncovering things. Someone said a corpse, it's looking like it may be, isn't it? Oh no. I wonder if I found one of the ancient treasures here. You've got an ancient map here, and these actually come as a reward for, or an award, whatever you want to call it, for pre-ordering the game. You get 5 ancient maps, and they're actually quite hard to follow, but they let you find some quite rare treasure through the game. Just wondered if I've accidentally come across one of them. Dice for betting in the game. Bit of money, quite a bit in fact. Potion, what does that do? After 5 minutes your health is renewed to maximum and your hangover is cured. Oh, so that's why I've got lack of health, probably hangover. Look at the value on those shoes. Nice sword. What a good find. Silence is golden and other myths. Okay, excellent. Yeah, Dracula, I hope not. Haven't found any wolves yet, some guy. Count all of. Yeah, there could be more in the way of music, I think. I agree with that. Do you have some sort of carrying capacity? Yeah, I'm probably actually very close to it now. Excuse me. The strength has increased, so it's about 102 units. I'm at 71 at the moment, so I'm getting up there. Fortunately, money doesn't weigh anything. But everything else does, especially armour. One thing I've really found interesting about this, and it's something I need to get, well, let's have a look at this first as well. So here's the map of the game. This is the treasure map. So you really have to be very good at working out what that's supposed to mean. There's a clue there in the town name toward the bottom of the map. But when you look at that, compared to what the game world map actually does look like, it's a little bit of a challenge to actually find out where these treasure sites actually are. The other thing's really interesting is, like I say, the guy's a complete moron. Absolutely useless at everything, can barely handle a sword. And when you get in sword fights at the start of the game, you're invariably going to die. You're not the epic hero. You're not going to win fights even against regular folk. And that does take a lot of practice. The guy needs to get his skills up. And he can't even read. There's a book here somewhere. We'll have a look at it and you can see what that looks like. Hercules and his diet. So we'll look at that. You can see this guy can't read at all. Now, books are useful in the game because they give him various bits of information. A lot of things like alchemy recipes, so you can make your own potions for healing or whatever. But you can't do that when you can't read. So we need to go and learn how to read. And he needs to study that. And he can't study that because we don't have the reading skill at the moment. We need to go and see a scribe or someone else that can actually help us. So basically you need to learn everything. Yeah, I do like this game, Lord Dalish. A very good game. One of my favourite games for a very, very long time. And the Grave Robber. Well, I don't know, there's no steel icons next to it. So I guess I'm kind of okay. Now the downside here will be that if I die... Let's have a look actually, I should see where I am on the map here. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Let's take a screenshot of that site, because if I die I want to be able to find that again. If you die I'll be right back to where I was at the start of the stream, because I haven't actually saved the game since I last slept, so I need to try and get out of here, get to the town. Yeah, perfect map, my sort of map, exactly how I'd probably draw it. I've lost the path again. Now I have busted an ankle or two going through these sort of areas on foot at night. You slip down a slope too steep, or you trip over a rock and the guy will sprain his ankle, and that's an injury that takes some time to recover. I don't know if you can get those sort of injuries on your horse though, hopefully not. But it looks like we found the pathway again. God, it's dark. Yeah, it's great that he can't read. Very few people could back then, so... Yeah, massive download, but very, very good game, very much worth it. That's what I would like to see actually, a permanent save. If you mess up, that's it, but... Maybe they could give different options on how to play eventually. Let's just checking back on some of the chat there in case I've missed some. Nope, we're good. So yeah, awesome game. And my look, we're down in the water. Poor horsey. Can you get out of there? Can you get out of the water, horsey? Don't look like he can, does it? Yeah, torch is very, very good in that sense. When you've got it on, you can only see your immediate surrounding, but you can't see anything slightly further away, which is, like you say, exactly what it would be like in real life. To emphasise that, let's switch the torch off, and you'll see, you can see further into the distance, but you can't see the immediate vicinity, so works very good. PS4, because, well, I like to relax on the PlayStation 4. As I was saying earlier, I play a lot of time on the PC. I love playing Elite on the PC, but also spend a lot of time editing on here. Spend a lot of time on my other job on the PC, so PC's become a bit of a work thing for me. Elite aside, it's one of the... Every other game I like to try and get away from the PC, try and relax, and I do that in the evening where I can, and I do that down on the couch on the PlayStation. So when I was given the choice, the PC or PlayStation option, I went for the PS4. We're going to need to put that. And you can see horsemanship going up. Again, he can't do much in the evening. He can't do much in the evening. He can't do much in the game, which includes riding. Hesitant here because I know where I am, and I didn't expect to be quite here. This is where one of the local millers is, and this guy's into all sorts of crazy stuff and shifty stuff, and you can actually come here to fence stuff to him. Anything you steal, you can come here and sell to the miller. He'll buy it from you. Selling stolen goods to other folk is not a good idea. Haven't been back to Abzu much recently, to be honest. I need to catch back up with that game. Yeah, you can rob people at night. Oh, she's in the bed I wanted to use. But I don't want to pickpocket these people. Oh, and she's in the other bed I wanted to use. Oh, come on, out the bed. Now, if you try and talk to these people, they basically tell you to get lost. Let me sleep. I don't want to wake up. I want to use the bed. You can see he's getting tired. I guess we'll just carry on to town then. Yeah, wandering into homes will get you arrested if they ask you to leave and you don't, but I know this guy here is a local miller, and he doesn't mind me going into his house. Look at the little pathway here. What's the time? Looks like I was going to say looks like we're getting towards morning, but we're not. It's midnight, so we've just got a clear sky, I guess. Keeping it slow down this pathway. Strangle her and throw her off the balcony. You're very pleasant, Lord Dayish. I'd never consider such a thing. Of course, it's things you can do. Kill them in their sleep and loot their house. Maybe if it was someone else's house, but not these people, because, like I say, I come here and sell any stolen items. And I'm a little bit of a thief in the game. I like to loot dead bodies and steal other things when I can, so I do need someone to sell those items to. And yes, this is on Steam, and it does look quite a lot better on PC actually, especially if you've got a good PC to run it, although I think it looks pretty darn good on the PS4 here. No camping unless you happen to come across a campsite that's already established. You can't set your own campsite, at least I haven't got to a point where you can. There's not a bed back here, is there? You saying that? Nope. I think we're near the town anyway. Bury the body, yeah. Frame rates seem alright to me, Cro-Magnon. Sometimes it gets a little bit choppy, and they're certainly not 60 frames a second, but they're not bad at all. Yes, alchemy's a thing, but I haven't got into it at all yet. That town's certainly further away than I would have expected. I could have fast travelled, but then I would have missed finding that treasure, and it was actually a rather nice find. Yeah, night time seems suitably long enough, really. Looks like the town's over in the distance there. I can just about make out the roofs of the houses. I don't know if you can see that yet. Over to the right, some thatched roofs. Look at the glow bugs. I don't think we can catch them actually. I'm going to give it a try. There's bandits attacks all the time along these roads. I've been quite fortunate at the moment. And certainly if you fast travel, you're almost guaranteed to get attacked. Another thing I like about this, when it comes to... we've got a grave. I'm not going to dig this one up yet, because it's likely I'll get caught as soon as there's a town nearby, and I don't want to be seen as a grave robber, but I will come back to this. What I was going to say is, one thing I've really liked about herbalism here is that these are all real world plants, and so if you recognise them in the real world, you'll recognise them in game. What was your question, UV? How old am I? 42. Yeah, you can cook. Maybe we'll have a look at that in a bit. I'm not going to mug anyone, some guy, but if they start on me, I'm quite happy to try and take them down. You never know, Ash Poker. Fighting's actually really difficult in this game. You're no master swordsman, and you'll very easily get killed even by a peasant with a pitchfork. You start on the wrong person, you're likely to end up in the ground very quickly. And certainly if you start on more than one person, you're almost guaranteed to come in trouble. Well, there is a main storyline, Vesper, but it is kind of open as well. You don't have to follow the main quest. Very similar to a Bethesda game in that regards. Joining some of the exploration expeditions, Cro-Magnons, is one of my favourite activities in the game. Unfortunately, finding the time to keep up with everyone as well as make videos is really difficult, but the next one I'll definitely be going along on is Distant Worlds, as I did with the previous one. Very much looking forward to that, but it's still not until the end of the year, unfortunately. Right, so we've got to the town here. Before I try tracking down the guy I'm searching for, though, and I don't think he's going to be a very pleasant person, because there's a good chance he gutted the guy who I was trying to talk to before. We was trying to track down another guy, and we found him strung up in his house, gutted basically, with blood everywhere. Not a pleasant sight at all, and it's quite possible that the person I'm trying to find now was involved with that. So we need to find somewhere to sleep to save. I could use my little drinky potions to save, but I want to try and keep a hold of them. So it looks like the blacksmiths. We need to find an inn. Hopefully there's one here somewhere. Or just someone with a spare bed that's free. Yeah, totally agree. Daytime's probably going to be the best time to find the person I'm looking for. Just fording across the river here. The guy actually can't swim either, so he can't cross rivers at any point. There's a place we can practice some archery. archery is actually fun. There's no targeting reticule and the guy's arm shakes like crazy. So shooting arrows and hitting a target, very, very difficult. And unlike in other games, if you shoot them in the arm, they're not likely to die. They're just getting annoyed and come at you. Or some of them, if they're not soldiers, they may run off. Right, we've got the baths here. You do need to bath to keep yourself clean. The less you bath, the more stinky you become. And the more stinky you become, the more chance you actually have got of being detected when you go into stealth. I wish you could camp anywhere, Cro-Magnon, but you'll only sleep in a bed. All the beds are occupied. I think what I'm going to do is just wait till... trespassed in there. I think what I'm going to do is wait till morning in a minute. Interesting that this one's considered to be a private area and the other one's trespassing, and we've just lost the link again to the game, but I'll reset that and we should get ourselves back on track again. No idea what's up with Elgato, keep doing this. If anyone can recommend another capture card, I'm open to ideas. This one's a complete nuisance. Let's just reset that again. Hopefully that brings it on. Now this isn't the Elgato Pro, it's actually the old non 60 frames a second Elgato card. So maybe the Pro would be a bit better, I don't know. Yeah, I'm using OBS, Greg, but actually using OBS, using Elgato as a capture device for OBS. I'm not using the Elgato software. Although that does have the same problems as this. It disconnects a lot. Yeah, this would look fantastic in VR, but due to performance and on regular mode, I doubt it would be that good. So I'm going to wait here until morning. So people generally wake up about 7 o'clock or so. I've wondered that. Space Bend. I haven't had a close enough look yet. Let's stop a minute. We'll have a look up at the night sky. Hopefully there's still some stars up and we can try and work out. Yep, could pay for a bed in a tavern, but I don't know where the tavern is. We'll try and find it. So the stars have pretty much gone out. Yep, looks like the real stars. There's a plough up there, look. Don't know if you can make that out. I don't know what the quality is quite like on there, but you've got the Big Dipper there, or the plough, whatever you want to call it. Just where the targeting reticule is. So definitely the real night sky. Let's wait till morning again. We'll have a bit of a sleep and then we go in search of the other guy. Thank you, Callum. Nice to hear that. Don't need to take a bath. Stand in the rain instead. Thing is, you can have a wash in some of the troughs around here, a bit of the water, but that doesn't really clean your clothes. You actually need to pay to get your clothes washed. Same deal with his sword. You can end up with blood on that. Yeah, you can end up with blood on your sword, and that stays there. And people generally will be a bit more intimidated with you because all your weapons are bloody, but at the same time, they don't all want to particularly talk to you. Oh, I can't go in there now. Oh, you locked the door. I wanted to use your bed. Look at that. And he's going to fall asleep where he stands in a minute.
Oh, damn, I'm
right,
tired.
so I guess we're going to have to find that tavern.
Hey, has something happened?
I should have waited inside the house, shouldn't I? Oh look, there's a tavern right next door to it. He's going to fall over on his feet in a minute. You the innkeeper? Housemaid. Do you have a bed I could use? Oh, there was he. Place to sleep, please. I hope it's not too
Can I sleep
expensive.
here?
Aye, there's room here.
Just a
For how
night.
long?
Just the one night?
Just for an hour or two, really.
No problem. But you pay in
That's
advance.
What's this? So we can haggle.
That's quite a lot.
Although the
Can we
price is a
discuss
bit
the
low,
price?
so haggling seems a bit pointless, but let's just see. We get down to... I'm going to pay you 1.5 groschen.
What do you say to this?
They refuse.
Right, pinch purse.
Excuse me. They refuse, and you can see the... She's actually saying she'll do 1.8, but I'll offer 1.6. Oh, and she's got the grump and told me no. Should have done that. I'm being tight. 2 coins
Is
is
there
extra
somewhere I
right.
can sleep here?
Aye, there's room here. For how long?
Yeah, just standing there for 4 hours. Having a back look at chat again now. I think I might have missed a few things. I found controller really easy to use on this, and combat not too bad once you get used to it. And I had no difficulty at all with the lockpicking. I'm not sure how they're going to make it easier,
Just the one
but I
night?
would imagine it'd be quite difficult with keyboard and mouse.
Sure, but groschen first. These are harsh times.
Nope, everyone gets the same guy. This is the default guy, and it's Henry, and that's who you play. I'm a tight git. I just wanted to show you the haggling, but that completely
Here
didn't
you are.
work.
You've got it all to yourself. No one will disturb you.
I would ask her about Riki in a bit. Where's the bed?
Where do I go to sleep?
That's easy. As soon as you go indoors, at the end of the room on the left, there's a door leading to the chamber. Everything's prepared for you there.
Did you say door to the left?
I feel quite
I think you're
hungry.
more tired than hungry. He's going to wake up starving. In here. We need a bed, we need to sleep, we're going to fall over. We're going to collapse on the bed by the looks of it. Don't know how many hours he's going to need to sleep. We're probably going to sleep until until night time again. No, there's no targeting reticule for bow aiming, although I do believe on the PC you can enable that through the console command, but there's no console commands on the PlayStation. Right, so let's try 4 hours, sleep till midday, because I do want some daytime to actually get up and find Riki. It's actually really good on the... Excuse me, it's actually really good on the PlayStation, dayish. Hey there, Game Tech. Nice to see you here. Yep, I'm doing well. How are you? Still putting our videos up? I'm willing to bet he's still tired. I don't reckon 4 hours is enough sleep for him. Oh no, wrong. 4 hours was more than enough. I don't know if you can become a land baron, or it's certainly not a king, I doubt, seeing as it's meant to be historically accurate, but you might be able to get some sort of promotion. But the guy is a peasant, and the nobles make no bones about calling him that. Most of them don't like him at all. Right, I'm not sure if this is a shared chest. Yep, it's a shared chest. I'm going to actually drop some of my gear I just found in here, so I don't go overweight. So we put that sword away. Perhaps we sell that. It's worth a lot of money. And plate Jack died. I'm going to save this at the moment. The thing is with all the clothes and the armour is that they actually wear out, and you need the skills to repair them in order to actually get them fixed up, and I don't have any repair skills at the moment, so I don't want to wear them out. So we're going to have to go find some food. Okay then, Amelia. Nice to see you here. Thanks for stopping by. Catch you soon. Oh, there's a food pot. Yeah, the blacksmiths can repair my gear, but I think it's pretty expensive, and at the moment I really don't need the gear. I'm no good at fighting yet, and I need to practice a lot more. You need to go into the combat arena, or the combat area, and ask one of the local guards or the local captains to help train you, and if you're lucky they will do so, and you need to spend a bit of time practicing. So pointless actually having good armour. Thank you, Amelia, and yep, no worries about that. Plenty elite content still to come. Looking forward to the Beyond update. Right, let's talk to the old housemaid or whatever she was called. Oh, and indeed the innkeeper. Do you know anything about Riki?
Good day to you.
What's happening around here? Where's my bed and dialogue? Oh, we can't talk to the innkeeper about Riki. There's a gambling game we can play here. We can play dice, which is a reasonably good way of making money. Maybe the villager knows something about Riki. Yeah, Riki.
I'm looking for someone they call Riki.
Jesus. Who wouldn't know Hinek?
Hinek?
Right. So they really should know his real name now.
That's his real name. I doubt he likes his nickname much.
No, I don't suppose he would. Where would I find him?
Try his folks' house, if you have the nerves for it. The old tanner's a grouchy sod.
Right. So what do they know about Riki then?
What can you tell me about this
I'm
Hinek?
playing on console.
What
As
can I
in
tell you?
on the
No, he's
PlayStation.
none too popular.
This is the PS4
No
Pro
one
version.
cares to talk to him.
Why not?
Well, I'm not one to gossip, but I heard he keeps bad company.
Yep, exactly. Greg, don't matter how good your weapon is in this, you're going to be no good at using it if you're absolutely rubbish at sword fighting. In fact, certain weapons require certain agility, and if you're below that, you're going to be absolutely terrible at it. So you actually have to physically practice. The guy's, like I say, absolutely rubbish at anything. He can't even read at the moment, so we've got to even teach him that. Yep, we can get repair kits, but I don't have the skill to use them just yet. Plenty of things I need to learn in the game. Yeah,
What's
I know
the
what you mean
tanner
about the
like?
kill
Your
one
ex-father?
The
scan
less I
changes.
see of him, the
I'm not
better.
sure what they're
He's
gonna
not exactly sparkling
really do about it, if
company.
anything. I know they've spoken about it. I'd like to see them do stuff, but I'll change the music in just a moment, Faulkner. Yeah, I'd like to see them do changes with the kill warrant scanner, and whether they'll actually put in what they propose, I guess we'll have to see. But even if they do, I can't see it happening until
Why do they call him
Chapter
Riki
2.
anyway?
Why do you think? Because he's a tanner, of course.
So why don't
because
people
he
like him?
stinks.
The old tanner's not an easy man, but a son should never let his father down. Hinek does nothing to help. He's always far too busy with his own affairs, though I wouldn't like to say what those are.
Oh, come on, someone must talk to him.
And does no one at all talk to him?
That harlot Adela hangs around with him, of course.
Harlot?
She works as a bathhouse wench. Same thing.
Okay, well, we've found a lot out there. A lot of people do use keyboard and mouse on the PC version, so I'm assuming that's quite alright. Right then, what else do they know? That's it, that's all we can talk about. So we've got a little bit more information. We've got a bit more of an idea of where to go. Let's sort the music out.
Pater noster, qui es in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum, veniat regnum tuum, fiat voluntas tua, sicut in cielo et in terra.
Is that
Panem
Latin he's
nostrum
speaking?
super
Just
substantiale.
hesitating there because trying to work out what language that is. Sounds like Latin. Oh, we've lost the connection yet again. Sorry about this, but I'm really frustrated with the capture card, to be honest. Let's just restart it yet again. I guess at least it restarts fairly quickly. I'm not using XSplit. XSplit comes up, but I've got XSplit installed. I'm actually using OBS. Right, hopefully the music's a little bit better there. Let me know if it's a problem. Right, so somewhere around here then is Riki. Let's go to see if we can find the tanners. We discovered the tailors. You actually have a reputation in each town as well, and that's determined by your appearance as well as a load of other things, how you've been dealing with other people and the sort of things you've been getting up to. So you can have a good reputation or a bad reputation, and that will come into play during dialogue at times. I'm always distracted by areas like this. You look at that and you think, I wonder what they're growing there. Then you look at the plants, marigold. Could take a few of them perhaps and sell them. Don't know what they're growing there. Carrots by the looks of it. Perhaps. No, it's not carrots, is it? Anyway, getting distracted. Callum, the game, I was really put off with it from the start because it's just not what you expect from a traditional game. Combat is supremely difficult. Excuse me. Basically, you get killed even by a peasant with a pitchfork. Very, very tough. And even now, a fair way in, with a lot of practice and some increasing skills, it's difficult against one opponent, especially if they're armoured. If you're against two opponents, then you're a good chance you're in trouble. Did have a bit of a problem with the save initially, because you can't save whenever you want really. But once you get used to all of that, once you get used to the way the game does its thing, then it's a very, very good game. And like I was saying actually earlier, this is one of my favourite games from the past 15 years easily. Very, very good game. Yes, it's very much like a Bethesda game in a lot of ways, but a lot more realistic. Ah, radish. You reckon? I'll catch you in a minute, Space Bend. You're probably off getting your coffee already. Oh, really? Yukumo. I didn't know that. I like the fact they've used all Czechs' names here. Czech names. Right, we've got the grocer. We're slowly uncovering what's in the town around here. Yeah, I've actually modded Skyrim before to effectively being like this. There's so many mods out there for Skyrim, and I once played it through with very, very heavy modding, and it pretty much turned out to be what this game is now. So I'd go as far as to say this is pretty much what Skyrim should have been. What's in here? Oh, in another private area. Go around in circles now. I'm on the other side of the area I was on just now, aren't I? I can't see where the tanner is. Oh, this game feels very much lived in. I love it with the dogs as well. If you try and sneak around at night, if the dogs think you're in an area you shouldn't be in, they start barking, and then the people come out to see what's going on. Maybe up through there. Yeah, definitely closer to Oblivion, especially in terms of the way the skill system works. Storytelling's very, very good. If you like storytelling like you'd see in something like the TV show, you know, The Tudors, rather than Game of Thrones. If you like The Tudors, then I'm sure you'd like this. Don't think you can pet the dogs. We'll have a look in a moment. Kind of get distracted with reading the chat at the same time as
Who's there?
trying to find this tenor.
What? What in the... Be a bit more careful.
So she walked into me, and
Has something happened?
that's just one thing with the NPCs. They do some very strange things.
Who is it?
No dragons. This is an historically accurate world in, I think, Bohemia, modern day Czechs. This is set in the 1400s, so no dragons, no magic, nothing like that. And you actually play a peasant. And he very much is a peasant. Well, I could open the map, but it's not going to show me where the tanner is. It'll only show me what I've actually discovered. You can see I've discovered the inn, the lodgings, the archery place I mentioned earlier when I was talking about doing training. We got the butcher, and we got the grocery store I just walked by. Maybe the tanner's over here, or over here. What's this? Unexplored place. It could well be there, but it could be any of this lot. Yeah, he's a stinky peasant. Oh, okay. Down here, perhaps. Down by the water, then. Didn't realise that. Could well be. Yeah, I love the maps on here, hand drawn. Look very much like the time period, don't they? And zoom out to the world map. Oh, that could be the tanner. Is it? No, it's the butcher. Maybe over here. It looks like this could be the tanner. You can see the... Oh no, that's for the hay. I was going to say there's stacks to put the hides on, but obviously not. We got the pretzel shop. Anyone want some pretzels? I mean, this game really does go for realism in a lot of ways, but this is just the sort of thing where you'd stop someone and say, can you tell me where the tanner's is? But unfortunately, he can't do that. Yeah, game's really good, Darren. Yeah, I can see why it would get high praise for its accuracy. Charles, especially with the sword combat, sword fighting. Yes, if you've ever been involved in any type of, I was going to say, if you've been ever involved in any sort of type of sword fights, but if you've ever done any fencing or anything like that, then you'll recognise some of the moves they use. Very, very accurate. I don't know yet how far 2.5 gold actually goes, 2.5 thousand gold actually goes. But I'm not wasting the money just yet. Yeah, very expensive game, that's the only thing. I mean, I didn't pay that money for it. I got this from the Kickstarter, and I've only backed £20 or so for it. I've got the PlayStation version, which is selling for £55, so didn't do too bad. So we've got the smithies. This is actually good. There should be a grindstone around here, and you can freshen up your weapons a bit. What about over here? Yeah, we found a tanner at last, right near the start. Obviously walked past him when I come into town. Yep, Andy, you turned out to be quite correct there. They kept both the blacksmith and the tanners way out of town on the other side of the village. And that makes sense, doesn't it? Can you fish in the game? I'm not sure about that one. Ah, Charles, you do sword fighting then. You'd say it's quite accurate, would you? Have you? Well, if you've played the game, that is. If you haven't, I'll try and show you some of a bit. It's probably lowering the quality, Marcus. I could possibly try and increase it a bit. To be honest, I'm pretty much at the maximum I want to use for my internet connection. I do have a sword, yep. I've got a pretty good sword actually. I found it in one of the treasure chests. Yeah, and I wouldn't like to be involved in tanning, to be honest. It looks pretty raw, doesn't it? Alright, let's see if this guy knows anything then.
Good day to you.
Yeah, it's probably breaking up due
What do you need?
Due to the encoding. I can try and increase the bit rate a bit in a little while. I don't want to break the game. Brandon, the game's £55 on PlayStation and I think £40 on Steam, so yeah, pretty expensive game. You say it's fuzzy when moving. Is it too fuzzy or bearable? Let's me try and have a look at what I'm seeing this end. Alright, so you know about Riki.
I'm looking for a fellow called Riki. Have you ever heard of him?
Sure. Why wouldn't I? That's what they call my son, Hinek.
Ah, you wouldn't happen to know where he is, would you?
I don't know nothing.
Don't you at least know where he usually goes? It's important.
Hinek shows up at home once in a blue moon, so I don't know nothing about where he gets to. Even if I did, why would I tell every Tom, Dick and Harry?
Thanks, Chad. And, Marcus. And Ashpurka. I'll probably leave it as it is then for the moment, unless everyone has a particular problem with it. So again, we're looking for this guy because a little a stable area was attacked. They had a load of horses there, and someone slaughtered all the horses, a bunch of bandits. And I've managed to get in the service of one of the local lord, and so I'm investigating this on behalf of the captain. And one of the guys who was involved in attacking the stable and slaughtering the horses I actually tracked him down to a nearby town. But it turned out he was gutted, literally, hung strung up on his wall and gutted, and we needed another lead. And it turned out that someone knew that this guy was in cohorts with the guy that was gutted. So I've come down to find Riki, so that we know what's going on. Ox, really enjoying the game. One of my favourite games for a very, very long time. So we can try and get some information out of the guy's dad. And the option we use here will determine whether or not he actually replies to me. So I can use reputation here, which is the heart with the crown. My reputation score is 5, so he probably won't reply to that, although there's a possibility. The little mouth here is based on my speech, I think, my speech skills, which are not too bad, but we can try and use it on force. So seeing as that's the highest score, we don't know what the other guy's scores are as comparison, but we try force, see how it goes.
Listen, your son's in serious trouble. I'm trying to help him, and my patience is wearing extremely thin. If you start answering my questions, this is going to go a lot better for everyone.
Are you threatening me? And I'm supposed to believe you want to help Hinek?
Believe what you like. I'm concerned about Hinek, but I really don't much care what happens to you. Is that clear?
That's a bit blunt, isn't it?
Fuck it. I'm not going to take a beating on account of that good for nothing.
So?
There's not much I can do for you anyway. Hinek came here, but he left right away.
But where did he go? You better give me something. You really don't want to waste my time.
Hinek makes some money on the side from poaching. He boasted to me a few times about what a great hideout he found in the woods. but he never told me where it is.
Well, it's not much to go on, but it's better than nothing. Thank you.
There we go. Oh, well, thanks, Gary. Killer pretzel shop girl. Really? Okay, maybe when darkness comes we'll have a look. We'll go down there in a minute and we'll have a look which one we should kill, and we'll wait for night, cover of night, and perhaps we'll see how that goes. I don't reckon I'll get away with it though. I'll probably be locked up. I don't find the lockpicking too bad, Oliver, to be honest, but then I'm using a controller. I'm not using keyboard. Yeah, it does get quite dark. The gutting is pretty graphic. It is literally, well, it depends how much more details you want me to go into when describing it. It is graphic, let's put it that way.
Don't you have any clue at all where his hideout could be?
I really don't know nothing about that. I could tell when he'd come from there is all.
How's that?
Because every time he brought some hides for tanning and money.
Oh, where's he getting the money from?
He had money because he sold the stuff right away.
I suppose. He never kept any of his loot here.
Do you know who he sold it to?
No. But the innkeeper came here now and again and gave him coin. Of course, it could have been for me.
All right. I'll ask at the inn then.
Ah, that's interesting. I couldn't ask the innkeeper about Riki early on. Let's see if he can tell me any more.
What more do you know?
Nothing. I swear to God Almighty, I've said all I know. Hinnick never told me nothing.
I know he didn't talk to you about it, but you must have noticed something, right? How much time did he spend away? What was he wearing? How did he look when he came back? Anything?
Well, he came and went at all sorts of hours. I really don't know. Except maybe one thing. He'd come home scratched with brambles and with leaves and muck on him.
So he probably went through thick woods to get to that place.
I reckon. What do I know?
Right, and I think that's pretty much it. We've spoken about the poacher's hideout, we've spoken about Riki, and we'll end. Not sure what you mean about looking German. I think the game is Czech, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I'm sure it's Eastern European anyway. Bohemia, Germany.
What's up? You need some help?
So for anyone who asked earlier, no, we can't pet the dog. But yeah, quite close to Germany, as pointed out there. Right, so we got a bit more information. We can go down and talk to the innkeeper. Oh, I don't remember seeing a request from Yamix. More than happy to do something with him. Thanks for bringing it up. A lack of reply to him is not for... it's not because I didn't want to do it, it's simply because I didn't see it. So I guess I'll either contact him or you can let him know and get him to contact me again. Certainly happy to do a collab with him. For what it's worth, I think his videos are fantastic. Thank you, Talisman. Appreciate that. You want me to go and murder the pretzel girl as well, do you? Doing very good, Mass. Thank you. How are you doing? Thanks, Gorash. Where's that tavern gone? Probably no elite video today, Darren. Most likely be tomorrow for the next one. God, this guy gets hungry a lot, doesn't he?
To get hungry.
Yeah, you can get drunk, seriously drunk. Where's the innkeeper gone? Oh, we've lost the blooming connection again. Oh, how annoying. Yeah, do let him know if I've not ignored him. The funny thing is, I met him at, oh dear, I met him at, where was it? FX. I met him at the Frontier Expo last year, and we were sitting pretty much right next door to each other, and we didn't realise who each other were until a lot later on. I would have spent a lot more time talking to him, I don't know. That's how it goes sometimes, though. Just resetting the capture card again. No idea why it's going down. Not sure if it's a power thing. It's powered by USB, but I wouldn't have thought it would be that. Oh, thanks, Talisman. Yeah, that was the plan I was going to save first. I'm bound to end up in prison. Have I said this wrong? Nope, El Ghetto game capture. It's not working this time. Come on, you can reset. Yeah, really enjoyed Frontier Expo. Hoping to have another one this year. I'll definitely be going if there is. OBS is dropping right out. Not sure if you guys can hear me or not. It's dropping because of the capture card. Guess I'm going to have to change it. It's not even resetting this time. Been a complete nuisance, it has, during this stream. Doesn't want to come back on, does it? Just keep trying, I guess. I don't know, Ox. Depends what people feel of it. I'd like to play this a bit more. Yeah, I could restart the PC Mac, but I don't really want to stop the stream just yet. Here we go. I've already restarted the PC early on, and that helped with the sound, but it hasn't fixed the capture card. Is it coming back on? Oh dear. Blooming nuisance this is. The mic's an Audio Technica. Yep, black here as well. Let's see if I can try that again. Favourite part of the game, resetting the capture card. You actually like the bit around this village then? Yeah, you're getting hungry, waiting for this capture card to reset. Well, the capture card just keeps losing connection. That's what the issue is. It's been a complete nuisance. I've reset it a few times. El Crapo, yep it is. It's an Elgato capture card and it's blooming useless. Right, gonna give it one more try, and then I guess I'll just have to reset or stream directly from the PlayStation. Yeah, everything's connected all right. It just keeps dropping connection. The software can see the capture card, no problem about that. Capture card I've had for about a year or so, Callum. Alright, just resetting it one more time. And if it don't work, If it don't work, we'll stream from the PlayStation itself. No loose cables. I've checked all that. Right, unplug the HDMI, you say. Let's try that. 1 second. Don't pull the power plug. Right. That's off, and let's plug it back in again. Let's just make sure everything is secure on the capture card. Yeah, all the cables are fully in place. It's resetting. Let's see what happens this time. Blackout from too much drinking, yeah. Thank you, Stephen. Alright, one more moment it says. I hope it's not too many moments. Yeah, it's terrible game tech. Wish I would. I don't know why it's taking so long. Maybe it's rebooting this time. I've been resetting it in software previously rather than in hardware, which perhaps I should have done right from the start. Is it gonna work or not? I paused the game anyway. It'd be night time again otherwise by the time we get back to it. How many more moments do you want me to wait? Come on. People want to know what's going on. Yeah, HDCP is disabled. This isn't going to work, is it? Right. Let's just unplug it, I guess. Sorry about this. What a nuisance, eh? One last try. Nope, it's not online at all. Doesn't look like it's going to work, does it? So what do you reckon? Stream directly from the PlayStation? I have less control over everything there, but at least it should work. Just powered it right off and powered it on again. That's probably what it is. No docking. Thanks, Marcus. I appreciate that. Right, well, it looks like it's knackered, doesn't it? Tell you what then, what I'm going to do is reset the stream and I'll be back directly on... Oh no, what's going on now? Have we got something? Yeah, just checked all the cables. Don't look like it's going to work. Okay, alright. So what I'm going to do then is stop the stream. I'll be back in just a moment and I'll stream it directly from the PlayStation. It shouldn't be too long. 5 minutes tops. Catch you all in a bit.